Name's Ike, from Chicago, originally from the south suburbs, and started smoking weed probably was like 15, freshman year of high school was first time. Really didn't feel like there was no reason not to. You know, everybody else was doing it. Had tried a cigarette before and I was like, all right, that's nothing. I hadn't really heard, I can't remember what I heard, honestly. I hadn't heard anything bad. When I did it after the first time, I don't remember like doing it much at all in high school. The only time I would say I ever really stopped was my sophomore year of college. Just the fact that I was working so much, working 2 jobs, working like almost every single day. It just depends on really what's going on in my life. It's kind of funny, like the more time I have, the more I'll probably smoke. The busier I am, the less likely I am to do it. I just don't really think about it that much. Because I know some people some people wake and bake, some people smoke and go to work and stuff like that. I personally can't do that. I don't like doing that. I don't like having to smoke and having to do something, like actually have to have any responsibility. I like doing it when I don't have any responsibility. I can chill, I can relax, I can really enjoy it. Once or twice I may have smoked and gone to work since I've ever started smoking. So I'm not one of those people that actually smokes and like does real stuff. I studied kinesiology in college. Kinesiology is basically the study of human movement. You do like physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician assistant, personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach. We could do like health and wellness programs for like companies, like corporate companies. So I can't ever really see myself quitting. Maybe like, I have kids or something like that, and I got just an example. And then also have more responsibilities with kids. I can't smoke when I'm with kids. But I don't have to smoke when I have to go to work. So if I have to work with clients, if I have to be in the clinic, then no, I'm not gonna smoke until like later in the day, later at night, on the weekend, something like that. It really depends. Like you can walk down the street in certain areas and you'll have people, just saying little stuff, trying to sell it, but I've never bought it from someone that's just randomly saying like, yo, I got green. I have a good amount of friends that do it and then a good amount of friends that don't do it. There's some of my friends that don't do it. Most of them actually used to. They just like stopped at some point. They're graduated. Some are actually working for companies now. Some are waiting to go to grad school. Some are finishing grad school. Yeah, the people that stop or that just don't do it, it's just mainly it's personal reasons. Some just don't like it. Some just feel like they need to move on. They've been doing it for a while. Time to do something else. Just clean up a bit. There's some that are like, I've known that like will say, no, I don't do it anymore. But then every once in a while, just occasionally, everybody's doing it. Like, all right, I find I'll smoke. So sometimes some people go in and out of it. Some people just like really limit how much they do it. And then I've like very few friends that have actually just like said cold turkey, like, all right, I don't want to do it anymore. But just whatever the laws are, I mean, if they make it legal, I'm happy. That's just less of a hassle. But it's not gonna really increase my uptake of it or increase how much I buy or stuff like that. It's like I said, like with me, like when I coach, like I deal with kids for like a good amount of the year. I don't ever do it when I'm around. Like before that or at like, if I'm gonna be around them at any time, I do not want to be incapacitated at any point. So that counts like drinking, smoke. Like we're on there, like when we went downstate, I wouldn't even have a beer at dinner, or a glass of wine or something like that. I want to be 100% sober 100% of the time. And even with my kids, like I tell them like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. I get granted because I did it when I was their age, but because I know what they're gonna do, but I know that they look up to me, and so I tell them, no, you don't do it. Because if they look up to me and they like I kind of promote it, they're gonna be like, oh crap, coach promotes it, we should do it all the time now, because they're gonna jump on it. Because that's how they are with everything. So yeah, if you have a responsibility and like you're a mentor to others, you can do what you do in your own personal time. But when you have those responsibilities and you gotta be over somebody, you gotta mentor somebody, you gotta coach somebody, be the boss of somebody, in that capacity, you shouldn't be doing it. You should probably be setting the best example. So yeah, I think it's kind of developed into its own subculture. It's come from, back in the day being this like voodoo thing you don't do, to now just being more accepted and being like just being like basically its own subculture. This is getting bigger and bigger. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to support that. It's not just something that people do. I mean, you can look at companies like Huff, per se, when they make their Plant Life socks, they have, Plant Life shirts, they have Plant Life shorts, so it's apparel surrounding it. There's not just all this different paraphernalia, but there's all this other different stuff that comes along with it. Definitely music. Music basically pushes a lot of that stuff and keeps it going. So when you have artists that are doing it, promoting it, you have artists like Wiz Khalifa, stuff like that. And like the kids that grew up seeing that, they're like, oh, it's fun that Wiz is doing it, all these artists are doing it. You have athletes do it. You're not supposed to. It kind of like helps perpetuate it. So when you have greater figures, people, something that anybody looks up to, in any capacity, I think that really perpetuates it. The apparel, that's just kind of like that, like slightly aids it. But I think it's more so, it's the people. If you see anybody that you look up to doing it, it kind of like makes it more acceptable.